Welcome to Innis Arden, guys. This is a beautiful day, and this is one of Shoreline's most prestigious communities, and I wanted to drive you around. I was visiting some friends and clients here, looking at their $2 million view and their wonderful garden in the back, and just wanted to take a moment while I was over here to show you guys what this was about. If you're looking for kind of a luxury home in the Shoreline area, Innis Arden, this neighborhood is going to be a really good place to look. So hello, if you don't know me, I am Seattle realtor Emily Cressey, and I am at Keller Williams Greater Seattle. So if you're thinking about buying a house in the Seattle area, then please feel free to reach out to me. But this neighborhood is all on a hill overlooking Puget Sound. So if you want privacy, views, and a strong sense of community, good neighbors, then you're going to want to check this out. Now, obviously, it's not cheap. It's a private community. It's not gated in that you can get in and out without entering a passcode or anything. I just drove in here off the street. But there is a homeowners association. There is a beach access, and it does have that same type of private and prestigious feel. So technically, it's part of the city of Shoreline, but it really feels kind of like you're in your own world here. There's mature landscaping, winding streets, big lots, and views of the water. So many sweeping water views, and not only do you get Puget Sound, but you can also see over to the Olympic Peninsula and the Olympic Mountains over there. So this, I would say, is like an old school Seattle luxury neighborhood. It's very nice. It's not flashy. The homes tend to be architecturally unique. There's a lot of mid-century modern types of homes. A lot of them were custom built between the 1950s and the 1980s. And then, you can see there's new construction going in. So there are regular updates. It's such a nice lot and such a nice view that you don't want to be in a crappy old home if you're paying to be here. You either really appreciate these older architectural styles, or you find something to tear down and rebuild. You'll find also like sprawling ramblers, Northwest contemporary styles, and it's all very peaceful. So one of the things that people love about Innis Arden is the pride of ownership that you see around here. There's no garbage in the streets, there's no trashy yards, there's no cars up on blocks or anything like that. There's a strong homeowners association that manages things out here and enforces building restrictions, including like tree height limits, which help preserve the view. In Seattle, everyone is crazy about the trees, and the friends that I actually know here had a tree business. He was an arborist, but it's definitely helpful to have those limitations, because your home is going to be a lot less valuable if your neighbor grows a giant tree or creates a really tall house that ruins your view altogether. So most lots here are about 1/3 of an acre, or maybe a little larger. And because of the elevation, you're going to see these dramatic views. And on a clear day like we have today, it's really nice to be able to see the Olympic Mountains. A lot of people like to watch the ferries, the ferry boats, not the Tinkerbell ferries, but the ferry boats that go back and forth to the peninsula. And of course, we're facing west, so you're going to get really stunning sunsets. Depending on how you have your dining room table set up, you can really burn your eyeballs out getting sun right in your eyes every time you're trying to eat dinner. So that's not a plus. You gotta think about the time of day of the view, and obviously sunset changes a lot from winter and spring. But anyway, just something I've noticed there, sun in your eyes phenomenon. So let's see, beyond these actual houses themselves, the neighborhood of Innis Arden has like exclusive neighborhood amenities. There are private community trails and green belts. There's a swim club where you can go do lap swims. There's tennis courts and a clubhouse that they use for like neighborhood events, and you can privately rent it. And there's also a private reserve of wooded land, and the residents will sometimes work in there on keeping the ivy back and those types of things. So it kind of gives it a park-like feel. You're not on a golf course, but it's sort of that type of vibe. The swim club is actually a really big part of the community here. They have a competitive youth swim team and dive team. You can take tennis lessons, there's summer barbecues. So it's a little bit tough in Seattle to do things with the pool. I'm not gonna lie, like it gets cold and there aren't that many super hot days for swimming. So if you're someone who always gets cold while you're swimming, I have found that investing in a little wetsuit is the best thing ever. There are also a lot of dogs here. There's a neighborhood newsletter that goes out every month. People like to take their dogs down to the beach and run around, which is sometimes allowed off leash in the winter usually. And we're also really close to downtown Edmonds, which is a nice location as well. So you can go down there for a lot of restaurants and sort of a beautiful feel. There's lots of nice shopping in Shoreline, Costco, Trader Joe's, Central Market. All of that is close by. And the crown jewel of the area is Richmond Beach Saltwater Park. It has a view a lot like this, and there are stairs to climb, people to see, and it's right down the hill from here. So that's a nice place to go. So who is Innis Arden right for? Well, it's perfect for people who want a quiet residential neighborhood with estate-style homes and a sense of exclusivity. It attracts professionals, retirees, and families who can afford privacy, views, and access to great schools in the area. So if you're curious about homes for sale in Innis Arden or would like to experience other luxury homes here in the area, I'm happy to help. I'm, again, Realtor Emily Cressey with HomeProAssociates.com, and I specialize in helping buyers and sellers across Shoreline and the greater Seattle area. So let's talk about whether Innis Arden might be the perfect place for you, or whether you want to look a little farther afield and find something you like even better. Thanks so much for joining me on this tour, and be sure to subscribe for more neighborhood videos and real estate insights from right here, your boots on the ground friend in Seattle.